reports of new evidence in the fatal police shooting of a man in Charlotte, North Carolina. All of this comes as his family releases this harrowing video showing the final moments of Keith Lamont Scott's life. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in Charlotte this morning for us, where there were more protests overnight. Eva, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paula. Damage from prior protests has the city of Charlotte on guard this morning, but we have seen now a second night of peaceful protests. This, as we're learning more about the fatal shooting that sparked this outrage. This morning, investigators reportedly saying new evidence in the shooting death of Keith Scott. Sources telling Charlotte ABC affiliate WSOC that testing of the weapon cops say was found at the scene allegedly shows a match for Keith Scott's fingerprints, DNA, and blood.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon.
This coming as chilling new video captured by Keith's wife shows her begging Charlotte police not to shoot her husband.
Keith, don't do it. Keith, get out the car. Keith, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Keith, don't you do it. Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him?
Scott's wife in disbelief.
He better not be dead. I'm not gonna come near you. I'm gonna record though. I'm not coming near you. I'm gonna record though. He better be alive.
When do we want it? Now!
For days, protesters and Scott's family have called on the police to release officer body cam and dash cam of the shooting. Charlotte's police chief arguing the police video doesn't paint a full picture and won't release it until more questions are answered.
If I were to put it out indiscriminately and it doesn't give you good context, it can inflame the situation and make it even worse.
The family, who has seen the police video, says it's not clear what was in Keith Scott's hand. But the police department says Scott was armed and that this image captured after the shooting shows the gun they recovered.
When you look at the picture they released, it's hard to tell what it is. It could be a gun, but it's not clear.
From the other angle, this video shows what may be that same object far from the body, raising more questions than it answers. The state now taking over the investigation. As far as that police video, the state says because CMPD has the original copy of that video, they have the legal authority to release it. The state telling us city leaders are actively discussing the release of that video. Paula.
All right, thank you so much, Eva. We want to bring in ABC legal analyst Sunny Hostin, who is also in Charlotte for us this morning. Sunny, good morning. We want to talk about that report. According to our ABC affiliate right there in Charlotte, WSOC, quoting a source, they say the weapons found by cops at the scene allegedly had Keith Scott's blood, his fingerprints, his DNA, but it seems like bits and pieces of information are coming to light. Does it confuse the investigation?
I think so. I mean, these investigations, Paula, are very fluid, and we are in the early days of the investigation here. And so any conclusions drawn upon alleged leak information would be premature, and it certainly does compromise the investigation. I think what's certainly important to note is that the family has requested an independent investigator, an independent investigation. That is now considered the best practice when it comes to these police-involved shootings, and we do now know that the State Bureau of Investigation is now handling this case, and so again, investigation is very, very fluid and at its earliest stages.
You know, we saw that video that Keith Scott's wife shot, but the family has also seen the police video. But police so far are resisting calls to release the tape to the public. You just heard the police chief saying he didn't want to inflame the situation. Is that the right call?
I don't think it's the right call, and I can tell you that last night I was in downtown Charlotte. I was speaking to a lot of the protesters. There was chanting, release the tapes, and every single person that I spoke to felt that the police department was being less than transparent. It's leading to a distrust of this investigation, and again, best practices has been to be much more transparent with the community, and I think that would go a long way in terms of giving this broken and fractured community a better sense of justice here.
Cries for transparency this morning right there in Charlotte. Sunny, thank you.